Hello, I'm Rachel and I welcome you all to Executive Corner Expert Talks. Today I'm speaking with Romain Pison. Now Romain is the CEO of Weir. Weir is a SaaS company that helps engineering consultancies automate the bid preparation process. They also elevate the quality of proposals and win more contracts. Here at Kalkine, we bring you industry leaders, successful business owners, market and equity advocates all under one roof to help you discover the insights of the stock market and help you understand how you can create multiple passive income streams. Good day to you, Romain. Great to speak with you today.
Thank you so much, Rachel. How are you?
Good, thank you. Now, first up, Romain, could you tell us a little more about Weir, please?
Yeah, of course. Weir is a company that helps consultancy firms automate the data extraction when they prepare for tenders. So it's all about automate, elevate to get more wins, because at the end, those companies, they want to win more contracts, and we help them to extract the data that they have that has a lot of value to win more contracts.
So your work surrounds the tender systems, and in your opinion, what are the most significant aspects businesses should look at while applying for tenders?
Well, at Weir, we have identified 3 pain points that companies are facing when they are applying to tenders. The first one is the way they do analyze the tender opportunities themselves that come their way. On average, it takes them 60 minutes per tender. Because they have to analyze those tender opportunities manually. And some companies that we work with, they analyze up to 20 tenders per day. So that's about 20 hours per day. And if you take that annually, that represents 7,000 hours or about €500,000 per year. So it reduces their capacity to answer to multiple tender opportunities and therefore to increase revenues. That's the first one. The second pain point has to do with finding the right data. On your first question, I was talking about extracting the right data. I went very quick on this one, but on average, each company spends about 100 hours for each tender to find the matching data in their database. So again, if I do for one tender a day that they decide to go for, and you do that annually, that's about 30,000 hours, or about €2.5 million just spent to find the right data to try to win the contract. And at Weir, we work on that. We work on what we call the Tinder of tender. I don't know if you're familiar with Tinder, Rachel.
Yes, I am.
Well, Tinder's strength is the ability to find a match, right? So it's the same with tender. It's the ability to find a matching data for the company with the requirement of the client. So again, doing that manually is very tedious. It's a very manual-oriented job that can be automatized with new technology. And so just with point 1 and 2, I already saved you €3 million, which is not too bad. And the third and last point is the preparation of the bid itself, of the technical proposal. So again, here about 100 hours are spent for each tender. Again, I do the same calculation annually. It's another 2.5 million that is spent there. And here again, we see a lot of opportunities for businesses all around the world to automate, for instance, the copy and paste of data, all the mundane administrative elements so that staff can free their time to do less tedious activities and to do more high value activities, more high expertise related tasks. So at the end, 3 steps for Weir: automate, elevate, win. And with that motto, I just showed to you that I can save each company about €5.5 million annually just on optimizing the data processing.
It sounds fascinating and so extremely useful for businesses. So what are your insights, Romain, on how businesses can employ AI, particularly within the tender arena?
Well, again, beyond those 3 points, what I think is we are now at a stage where companies own and accumulate incredible amount of data, right? The value of data is often higher than the valuation of the company. You take United Airlines, right? The airline company. I remember that in 2021, United's customer data was valued at $20 billion, while the market cap of the company itself was $9 billion. So more than twice the value of the company itself. So we're talking about so many data points, so much information, that sometimes businesses, they lack the capacity to harness the wealth that is contained in that data. And this is where artificial intelligence comes into play. And why is that? Let me explain very quickly. It's because artificial intelligence applied to text, for instance, the text we use in our everyday job, and this is what we specialize in WiiA. All the word we use, AI enables us to find the semantic meaning of the word that we are looking for, without having to read thousands of pages and to look into the contents of each document to find what you need. So think about a search engine, but not a word-for-word search engine, but something much more powerful, something where you don't have to find a specific word in your emails, for instance, but more an idea for an idea, where the AI would understand the meaning of what you're looking for. And so the main benefit of you is AI applied to text, which is what you can apply to bids, proposal, tenders, but also the project for language, is data extraction. Finding the precise idea, the text reference that you need with accuracy in just a few seconds within a vast ocean of data. So that's the magic, I believe.
Now, so many businesses have been affected by the pandemic over the last few years. In your opinion, how do you think new technologies can help businesses overcome pandemic-related crises?
That's a fair question, Rachel. On this one, I believe the answer is just one word for me. It's collaboration. So pre-COVID, pre-crisis, we used to have a lot of face-to-face meeting, a lot of interaction, among colleagues for brainstorming, to manage a project, to prepare bids in the tender space. So meetings. Huge cost to the economy, by the way. I remember a study that showed that pointless meeting, as they call them, have costed to the UK economy about £45 billion in 2019. So, but after that, a lot of the time was spent alone in front of the desktop. So you would meet, but then you go back to your desk to prepare some of the work that you have to do, and then you have to meet again. So an alternance of meeting time and productive time. And so to answer your question, I think that before the crisis, there was a massive workload rupture between meeting time and productive time, a bit like two ecosystems with little interaction. And through the pandemic, and unfortunately through those very hard times, including of remote working, I think that technology is starting to prove that technology gives the ability to work collaboratively online by bringing together the meeting time and the productive time. And that's the way we work at WiiA. I think this is to the benefit of a more integrated and a more seamless way to intertwine the way we work, the way we edit, the way we comment on each other's work in our projects. And it's the same for bid preparation, but a lot of business can apply that vision. So instead of an endless exchange of emails to track progress, we can now work on the cloud-based platforms where multiple users with no limitation can work all together. So it's the same time online on those bids and documents. So in brief, I think that's a one word, that's a great project, is the collaborative approach that cloud-based technologies and innovation can bring to the workspace, and collaborative platforms like WiiA have brought to the workplace.
Absolutely. Collaboration is the key for sure. Now, we were very pleased to hear the good news for WiiA that you were recently nominated in the 2021 list of the best sales automation companies. Fantastic news. Congratulations on that, Romain. Now, what lies ahead at WiiA in its near-term pipeline?
Thank you so much, Rachel, for that. We are very grateful to have been recognized in 2021 for our debut in several categories. And you're right, you named sales automation and artificial intelligence. Well, look for WiiA for 2022. It's going to be 3 dimensions, which is the same that our motto: automate, elevate, and win. So if I start with automate, it's going to be all about accompanying our clients in various industries toward their digital transformation journey. We are consistently working with our clients to show the benefits of automation, in their process. And so we will take a lot of time this year to show our businesses can very easily integrate our tools with their current workflow. I mentioned this transition for online collaboration, for instance. And the idea is not to disrupt, but to gradually optimize the way businesses prepare bids and the way they work. I think that's the first goal. The second one, I mentioned Elevate, is going to be all about the quality and the performance of our product. We want to continue to develop a product that works hand in hand with staff, with our colleagues in the companies we serve. This needs to be, I believe, a collaborative way to improve productivity and efficiency and to give more value to the jobs, because at the end, the staff is working in those companies. We want to really give power to the staff and empower them for those tools. So we talk to engineers, in those companies and in those engineering consultancy firms, for instance, and they tell us that they do not enjoy their work anymore because their passion, the technical side of it, the creative side, is buried in the processes. So we want to elevate. That's what Elevate is about. It's about bringing the human passion at the center of everything we do. And finally, Win, I mentioned as the third pillar. It's going all about winning projects and contracts for clients. We have clients that have a wealth of data. I talked about this wealth of data. But they do not always know about how to extract that wealth, you see. And they miss elements on compliance. They on average win less than 20% of the bids they apply, So they basically lose money just by applying to those tenders and not winning. So for 2022, for us, it's going to be to change that with our clients so that they win more contracts and that their staff are just happier to spend time on executing the contract they win rather than running after lost opportunities. So those are the three things for us for 2022.
Great advice. Thank you so much for your insights there, Romain. And with that, I will sign off for today. Thank you so much for chatting with me.
Thanks for having me, Rachel.
And watch this space for more. Till then, stay apprised and invest wise with Kalkine.